Page 16, Minuet. 3/4 time, what's a minuet? Okay. Minuets are generally in 3/4 time. One flat in the key signature, when the key of F major, all the B's are flat. Let's just check notes, fingerings, and rhythms first, and we'll start with the right hand. Here. Now if you look at all the notes in the first measure, you have an F, an A, and a C, so that's really the position here. You're going to move around, but that's where you're starting. So it's one and, and then second finger, and then three, and then fourth finger. They got thumb. Stay there. It's okay. You don't have to cross over the thumb though, because in the third measure, you can, if you want, just bring second finger down. And then second finger. If you want, but the fingering in the book is fine, especially if you need practice at crossing over the thumb. It's just I don't cross over the thumb if I don't have to, and I don't have to here. Going on, measure 5, it's 2/4. Right there, 1 and 2, and then now a triplet. You just gotta love these triplets. 1 and 2 and 3 and, or 1 and a 2 and 3 and 1 and a 2 and 3. You have to be able to switch back and forth, but you'll get it so much, you'll get it. Yeah, be patient, it comes. So in measure 7, 1 and a 2. Now I suggest for the last note in measure 8 that you use the thumb. Whether you repeat or not, use the thumb here. So if you want to, instead of on the half note of 3, you could use a 2. So starting with measure before, measure 7 with the triplet. So I could just here, so that way I've got thumb. That way if I repeat, which we will, then you're a little closer to this F that you need to be. You're gonna just lift up and move. And if you go on, you're closer to you want second finger for to go here, so thumb on that last note in measure 8. Let's go on, measure 9. You're here, and then second finger. Don't forget the B flats. Second finger. And I recommend for measure 12, use the thumb on the last note here. So it's 1, 2. This way we're in position. Second finger. Second finger. You're tired of me saying second finger? I am. And again, for measure 16, use the thumb on the F. It's the same that we've done before. This way we're closer to this F we need. So you lift up and move. And on measure 20, on that one, use the thumb on that F with the fermata again. Now at the end, the last measure here, you can go ahead and use third finger at that point because you're finished. You don't have to go anywhere after that. It's at lunch or somewhere else. Left hand, fifth finger here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Reach down and then thumb. It's just a chord, an F chord. And then going on, measure 5, second finger. Now the third finger. And then fifth finger. I like that. That's cool. We need to get in position for measure 7. And it's nice to play different fingers on repeated notes most of the time. Not always, but so this is kind of nice. I like this. 2, 3, and then a 5. Now if you repeat, and go back to the top, I recommend you play a thumb on the first one. See, you'd have to lift up. The way that the fingering in the book is written, you'd have to lift up. So they want fifth finger on that first one. It doesn't work real well when you're repeating. So I recommend you use thumb on the first one, and then third. Just you need to be able to do this move anyway. So just thumb, just relax. You can go across, you can tilt a little bit if you have to help it, but don't go a long way. Just relax the thumb and come up. And then you're back to their fingering. Now measure 9, let's go down there. The third finger. Now I recommend here a thumb on the next one. because we need here. You reach up second, and again, if you just relax the thumb, you can push the hand over and get it. Measure 13, 2, 1, and again 2. Now, going on, you're going to have to lift up and move here. You can, if you have a big hand, you can reach it. Now, I got a big hand. Here, and then if you want, you can do second finger. Otherwise, just it's fine. You got time. This is not a real fast piece. You got time to move up. Here, if you want. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this thumb and then second. Put the hands together. 1. So this is tricky because you got different things going on in each hand at the same time. Good luck with that, but it's just one of those things we have to go through if we're going to play piano. Just take your time and be patient with yourself and just really carefully. If you want, just take it a measure at a time and work it out. You're here, right there, get that. And then next measure, go here, here, and then go back and try those. And then go on. Here, and then measure 5. Remember, we just different fingers in the left hand. What's what I do when I'm tackling a piece that it's tricky and things are going on. I either take it a measure at a time, or a phrase at a time, or just a thought, a musical motif at a time, and just work on that little bit. Because chances are you're going to get this same idea later on in the piece. And that helps make it a little bit easier to learn the piece. But don't try and just take the whole piece all in one shot, is what I'm saying. Now let's go down to measure 9. You're here. Second finger right there. That just feels weird for measure 11. You're here. Doesn't need to feel weird, but it does to me, so whatever. And then going on. Remember to use thumb on that. And then come up. That fermata, I'm going to hang on to that. You just linger on that for a bit. I'm going to hold it for 2 counts instead of 1 because I'm going to do this with a metronome. And then go on. And you can use the thumb here in the left hand, because we've had this before, here, and then 2. So you just work it out and be patient. If it takes a week or 2, that's fine, there's no hurry. You got time, trust me, you got time. Then we can add the slurs and staccato, the articulation. And the left hand, when there isn't anything marked, you can go ahead and more or less connect it, because it isn't marked. Just connect it as best you can. Now the slurred part, definitely connect them. In the right hand, nice light wrist. So do that. So I'm connecting the left hand here. Never mind. Here, staccato on both. So forth, and lift up before you go on, whether you repeat or not. But let's go on. Measure 9 is here. I'm connecting this. So put in all the slurs and staccatos. I don't want to demonstrate all of it for you. I'd like you to discover this on your own first, if possible. Then we can think about the dynamics. The dynamics apply to the melody, which is in the right hand here. So at the beginning, it's moderately loud, mezzo forte. You'll have to decide what moderately loud is. Sort of loud. It's not loud, it's just sort of loud. Well, keep the left hand in the background. Keep it soft. First two lines is all pretty much moderately loud. Doesn't have to stay exactly there. You can get a little louder and softer, but stay in that area. You have to feel it. Get to know this well enough you start feeling the music. Then you can feel where this music might go up and down a little bit. Measure 9, now you come down a little bit to moderately soft in the right hand. The left hand stays soft. And then for measure 13, come down more. Now you're soft. The left hand is very soft. Then for measure 17, you're back up to moderately loud like you were at the beginning. And then at the end, measure 20, you go up to loud. This is the finish of it. The left hand can come up to about a moderately soft in that area. There's no retard in there. You don't slow down or nothing, just all the way to the end. Remember, a minuet is a type of dance. People are dancing to it, and they could. You want to keep the tempo the same. Don't be slowing down over here. That fermata is bad enough that you're doing that. That can mess up the dancers, except if you do. See, everybody has sort of a built-in ticker. You just feel the time. It's like a subconscious thing. People listening to you play feel this. You feel it. It's just there. So when you do a fermata, a lot of time, most of the time actually, whether you know it or not, you're going to hold that fermata out a set number of counts. You just feel it. When you say, hold it out till it feels right, well, it feels right on a certain number of counts. I don't know what that number is. It's different. But the point is, it's going to be in time. So the dancers could probably keep going. They won't, but they could keep going. And then when you start up again, it's going to be right in time with the beat. However, the dancers don't know how long you're going to hold it. So in most cases, if you're going to do something like this, it would be already understood how long you would hold it. Everybody would understand how long you're going to hold that. Well, I'm telling you, we're just going to hold it for 2 counts. So if you're dancing to it, you got to pretend that measure has 4 counts in it instead of 3. Good luck figuring that one out, but okay, whatever. Then speed-wise, well, grazioso, there's just a nice, fun, it's a smooth, hoity-toity, high class. To play this with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do any dynamics. We will do the repeat, and I will hold that one fermata note 2 counts instead of 1, so I'll give us 3 counts. Now let's play it together slowly. 1, ready, and go, and